How we doing, everybody? UFC Thoughts here, and today I'm going to be recapping UFC Baku Hill vs. Roundtree Jr. Wrapped up yesterday. I couldn't record my video because I was hanging out with some friends and family, but this card was pretty mediocre, I'll be honest. Not a ton of great fights on here. I did pretty shit on picks. Probably like a couple other people. I went 6-6, which I don't actually know. Let me check. Oh fuck. Let me check something. No, my phone's still dead. I have a little thing that keeps me. I don't know the last time I went neutral or negative, but I also got the main event wrong. Speaking of which, Jamahal Hill versus Khalil Roundtree Jr. If you see these numbers, you would think this is like kind of a close fight, right? It pretty much wasn't. Khalil beat Jamal pretty easily, I'll be honest with you. Round one was kind of competitive. I can understand giving round one to Jamahal Hill. I think he landed some really solid shots. Round two onwards, very easily Khalil Roundtree. Round two, Khalil Roundtree stumbles. Jamal with a couple of low kicks. And that really is the story of the fight. The whole fight was dictated based on the lower work of Khalil Roundtree, and it led to an eventual round three where Jamal got dropped twice. They didn't give Khalil another knockdown in round three, which I think is stupid because he hit his ass on the canvas. In round four, he wobbled him again, but they didn't give him another knockdown. And then round five, Jamal kind of went at him, but then, Khalil was just landing the better shots over and over again. Yeah, pretty, not even that great of a fight, I'll be honest. But it was very shocking, in my opinion, to see Khalil be able to go 5 rounds. I mean, he didn't really throw a lot, but he was moving a lot, which I thought would wear on the gas tank a bit more. But he really demolished the legs of Jamahal Hill pretty easily in this fight. And I thought Jamahal Hill at this point, after fighting Alex Pereira, after fighting Yuri, two guys who really try to attack the legs. Alex Pereira's whole thing is attacking the legs. I think Jamahal Hill went into that fight maybe thinking back on it now that since he's a southpaw, he doesn't really need to train for stuff like that, which is fucking stupid. But yeah, the whole fight was, at a certain point, it was just Jamal walking at Khalil Roundtree, just trying to land something because he was limping so bad on his right leg. Great performance from Khalil Roundtree. I mean, this was a masterclass if I've ever seen one. I mean, I can even understand giving the first to Khalil. I think you could argue this is like a 50. Even in round three, I could see maybe a 10-8 round, maybe, because of the two knockdowns. They only credited him with one, but he dropped him twice, and Jamal did basically nothing. You could argue this was a 50-44 performance from Khalil Roundtree Jr., and I wouldn't even be mad if you said that. This was a great performance, not a necessarily great fight. Half the crowd left after the Fiziev Bahamondes fight, which, it's Azerbaijan. They don't really care about Jamahal Hill or Khalil Roundtree. I get it, but yeah, I don't know what you do with Jamahal Hill at this point. That's 3 losses in a row, albeit to great comp. But even then, like Khalil, I didn't really even think Khalil is. I don't even really think he's that good. I just think this was a very underperformed Jamahal Hill who went in with terrible strength and conditioning. I think this was a terrible performance from Jamahal Hill at the end of the day. And you could say, I mean, Khalil capitalized on it very well. I mean, he did everything that he needed to do to win. I really liked the low kick attack, and I forgot to mention that in my video. Because I always thought low kicks would be the end of a Jamahal Hill, but then after, in Alex Pereira, Yuri Prochazka, training camps, I think that he would have, evolved a little bit, but no, he's still the same person. He's good at fighting, he just doesn't really have I don't know. Very good performance from Khalil Roundtree Jr. He's probably looking at either a Yuri Prochazka fight or maybe even a Carlos Ulberg fight. I mean, that top 5 is kind of a weird division to stack up now because Jan is still in there. I think you should do Jamahal Hill versus Jan Blachowicz. Honestly, I think that's really the fight you should make. Jan is an older guy. Jamal's on a losing skid. They're both in the top 5 right now. Jamal might drop a bit, but I think Khalil should. He's either looking. I mean, it really depends on when they book Alex and Magomed 2, if they even book that. Because if they don't book that, then I think that the best fight you can make is Yuri versus Khalil Roundtree. Entertainment wise, that'd be really fun. Carlos Ulberg can fuck off. I don't care about him at all. Nobody does. Nobody gives a fuck about you. You're the most boring top 5 person in the division. Go fuck yourself. Good performance from Khalil Roundtree. Jamal. Come on, bud. Come on. We move to the co-main event. Rafael Fiziev versus Ignacio Bahamondes. Again, kind of just a fight where Rafael's doing more. Round 1, he clearly does more, lands the better shots. Ignacio is getting going in round 2. I think he was landing the better shots in round 2, and I thought he was up. And then he got blasted with a right hand down the middle at the end of the round that kind of set him off his feet. They didn't credit Rafael with a knockdown, but it was the most damaging shot in the round for sure. And Rafael also racked up 2 takedowns, which in Azerbaijan immediately just gets him the round. And then round 3, I thought was slightly competitive early, but then Rafael kind of just ran away with it at a certain point, again, getting more takedowns, landing some solid ground and pound shots. Ignacio, I don't know what holds him back against the tops of the division. Maybe it's his speed. Maybe that's really what it is, but I think he just needs to go a bit more. You know what I mean? Because when he was throwing the straight shot, in round 2 he landed a shit ton of great 1s and 2s that were landing flush on Rafael's chin, and he was doing that somewhat good in round 3. He just needs to push a bit more. He's a guy who likes to feint a lot. He's a dude that likes to set everything up. At a certain point, you just need to go. Because when you go, you kill people, man. You just got to throw more. I feel like he was throwing more even in the Jalen Turner fight earlier in the round than what he was against Rafael Fiziev. Maybe that's because he was more worried about the explosivity of Rafael Fiziev, but good win for Rafael. He called out Dan Hooker. You're not getting a fucking Dan Hooker fight, buddy. You need to fucking calm down. We're going to give you, what's a 155? We're going to give you, rebook him and Gamrot. Gamrot beat Ludovic Klein. That doesn't give him a fight up. In my opinion, I think you rebook that matchup. Some beef there as well. Gamrot, unfinished business. That first fight was going to be really fun. I thought the first round was really cool, and the second round up to the point of the ACL tear was really fun, but that gives you another Apex main event you could fucking make if you want. Ignacio, going back to the unranked depths, he showed some, like he can do stuff. It's just that he doesn't really have that thing yet. He just needs to find his thing. So we move to the featured fight. Curtis Blades versus Rizvan Kuniev. I thought this was a clear win for Curtis Blades. I thought Curtis did way more in round 3, which the numbers show he did. Round 1 was Curtis Blades. He was getting takedowns, mauling Rizvan for a little bit. Round 2, very clearly Rizvan Kuniev. He was stumbling Curtis Blades at the end of the round. The problem with Curtis Blades is he does something that I hate. It's something that Edson Barboza just does. They always stumble when they get hit. They always do a little jitterbug where they stand still and they kind of just wobble their feet. You don't really know what hurts them. They're off balance at all times. So you really don't know what hurts them and what doesn't. I don't know what shots Rizvan landed in round 3 were actually damaging shots. I don't know. But what I do know is Curtis Blades was doing good work in the clinch, landing good knees to the thigh, while Rizvan in the clinch did basically fucking nothing. And Curtis Blades was throwing more. He just did more. And also, Rizvan was cheating a shit ton. He was grabbing the fence like a fucking bitch. So, honestly, fuck him. I'm glad that they didn't give him the decision. And if you think it's a robbery, you think it's a robbery. I personally think that Curtis Blades very clearly did more in round 3 than what people give him credit for. Rizvan Kuniev, you're fat. Get back to the unranked part of the division. You waited so long to get this fight just to stink it up and gas after round 1. Well, he did some good work in round 2, but round 3 he was very tired. We move to Tafiq Musayev versus Muktabek Orolbai. Masterclass from Muktabek Orolbai. Never even really let Tafiq Musayev get going at all. It was a weird fight on the feet because Muktabek was kind of just like, he landed some good. He did the thing that a lot of wrestlers do, where they throw a punch and then immediately chain it into a double leg, which is really, I mean, that's really how you get it going. That's what Suk Hyung Ko was doing to Oban Elliott moments, which I'll get to that. But yeah, Muktabek just had a insane grappling advantage over Tafiq Musayev. It was crazy. Tafiq Musayev, again, one of these signings that just took way too fucking long to get. You know, he's always been kind of a guy on the regionals that it's like, I wonder what Tafiq Musayev would do, you know what I mean? And then you get him when he's 35 and you feed him to fucking 27-year-old Muktabek Orolbai, who is actually like and not is just young, he's really fucking good. And he also has a crazy grappling advantage over him. This is the kind of fight you're going to get. On the feet, Tafiq was, you know, somewhat doing his thing, but even then, after like 30 seconds of being on the feet, Muktabek would do a traditional kind of double leg, pick him up and kind of just drop him on his ass. And then he ended up getting a Kimura at the end of round 1 and locked it in, and Tafiq was screaming and had to tap in front of his home country. So, Muktabek's back. You know, took a long time off from October 308. Not October. UFC 308 in October of last year. Get the fuck off the fucking screen. Why is my fucking... God, it disappeared right as I clicked it. Excuse me. That was a good one. Yeah, Muktabek. He's back. Tafiq Musayev, I have no idea what you do with him now. But Muktabek honestly should probably move up to 170. I think this fight got moved up to catchweight because he was going to miss. I think that was the story behind it. And I believe that's the second time that he's actually fought at a catchweight. I feel like the Elvis Brenner fight was also... Was that at 155 or was that at catchweight? Did he miss weight for the Elvis Brenner fight? Is that what I think? Or was it the Mateusz Rąbecki fight that he... Yeah, it was the Rebecki fight that was a catchweight. So he's got to get his weight under control for sure if he wants to keep fighting at 155. He's very fun at 155, but he can't keep forcing catchweights on people. I think that's kind of bullshit. But great performance, Tafiq Musayev. Again, I have no idea what the fuck you do with the guy. He's just too old. You got him when he's too old. We move to Nazim Sadykhov versus Nicholas Motta. One of the best fights of the year so far. Crazy fucking fight. Round 1, just a slugfest. Nicholas hurts Nazim with a body shot very early, and I shit you not, Nicholas must have thrown probably 50 punches. Just subsequently flowing with 50 punches. And Nazim was doing it, he was just rope-a-doping, kind of rolling with everything. It got to the point where as a viewer, I was like, dude, this ref's gonna stop this fucking fight if Nazim doesn't throw back or tries to get a takedown. And fucking Guram Kutateledze was coming close, dude. I don't know what that ref's name is, I'm sorry. It's the dude that looks like Guram. I forget what his name is, but he was fucking inching, dude. But Nazim threw back at the right moment. And just after that, it was like, damn, Nicholas blew his wad. He would have a couple moments after that fact, but dude, he just blew his load throwing that many shots. And after that, you know, he would have some moments where he would throw one big punch and then kind of back up. After that, Nazim bloodied the fuck out of his face and just started walking him down, landing way bigger shots than Nicholas. Round 2, Nazim just kind of cornered Nicholas and just started unloading shots on him. They would have a little break in the clinch here and there, but then they would go back to just Nazim throwing insane combinations at Nicholas while Nicholas could only respond with one punch. And in the finishing combo, they're in a little break in the clinch. Nazim starts throwing to the body. Nicholas is kind of just like, throw something. And he tries to throw I don't know if it was a right, I think it was a right hook. And Nazim comes over with a right hook of his own, and he fucking blasts him with it. And Nicholas he just folds on himself because he's so hurt. And Nazim wins. It was a great fucking fight. I think both of them got the 50K performance. I think they got fight of the night, and they both got performance bonuses, which, honestly, with the way this card was looking, fucking very well deserved. This card was pretty shit. This fight was fucking nuts, dude. This fight was actually insane. Great win for Nazim Sadykhov. Nicholas Motta was on a 2-fight win streak, I believe. I think it was his last 2 fights the Nolan and the Mahashate? No, he had the Trey. No, it's here, yeah. Nolan and Mahashate. So, Nicholas Motta was coming off some good performances. It's just that, man, he got outgunned in this fight pretty hard. Great win for Nazim Sadykhov. I think at this point, Nazim he's 3-0-1 in the UFC now. He did a lot of great work against Vyacheslav Borshev, which that performance is kind of aging weird. But, Ishmael Bonfim, Evan Elder, Terrence McKinney. Actually, he's 4-0-1 now. Terrence McKinney subbed him. Evan Elder got a TKO doctor stoppage. Ishmael Bonfim got a TKO doctor stoppage. And now Nicholas Motta got a just TKO over him. Didn't have to get the doctor in there to stop shit. And then he has the draw with I think you could argue that he deserves a either ranked contender fight or a fight just outside the rankings. Nazim Sadykhov's sick, dude. He's really good. And this performance was fucking... I love... This fight it's probably the best fight that we've had probably in, the past, maybe 3 events, dude. This fight was sick, dude. We move to Muhammad Naimov versus Bogdan Grad, opening up the main card. Again, kind of just like a nothing burger of a fight. I thought Muhammad Naimov won rounds 1 and 3 pretty clearly. Round 2 was Bogdan Grad just because he was doing more. I thought he landed the better shots as well. Round 1, you have to give to Muhammad Naimov because he almost finished the fight. He landed a crazy spinning wheel kick, and Bogdan Grad was doing a fucking dance. So, you kind of have to give round 1 to him. Round 3, I thought Muhammad Naimov just did way more. I thought he was being more active in the clinch positions. It was a lot of grappling in this fight. There wasn't a lot. And he also landed 3 spinning wheel kicks in this round. They were blocked, but they land 2 of them. I think he threw 3 and 2 of them landed. I think that's probably his 2 significant strikes in this round. So Bogdan Grad just didn't do enough to solidify the rounds for him, and Muhammad Naimov landed the better shots. So again, kind of a nothing burger performance from Muhammad Naimov, which kind of pisses me off because I thought that he would kind of show off a bit more. That's the Con Offley performance, and now this. The Con Offley performance is pretty fucking nothing as well. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, dude. Those aren't the final numbers. They only show 2 rounds. There we go. Only 79 total strikes. Bro, you gotta do more than that. It's funny, because he trains with, fucking Justin Gaethje and shit. So you'd expect, a more, brawler mentality out of him, but no. Guess not. We move to the featured prelim. Good performance. But not good performance. Good win for fucking Muhammad Naimov, but not a great performance. We move to the featured prelim. Now this is a good performance. Suk-Kyung Ko versus Oban Elliott. Man, when I brought up the Sambo of Suk-Kyung Ko, I had no idea it would become his whole thing in this fight. He fucked Oban Elliott up pretty bad. Oban did basically nothing in this fight. He had no success. Got controlled very easily by Suk-Kyung Ko. And yeah, it was a beautiful performance from the Korean Tyson. Got takedowns when he wanted. Oban was trying to get up. It's just Suk-Kyung Ko was just like a leech on him. He was just all over him. And on the feet, Suk-Kyung Ko he was just doing more. He was outlanding Oban Elliott. Oban was very worried about the takedown after the first round, and he tried wrestling in round 2 and ended up getting stuffed, and then Suk-Kyung Ko capitalized off it in round 3. Seokhyun Ko got two very good trips over, good throws. They weren't even trips; they were throws. He was fucking landing on his back with force and altitude and I forget what the other word. I think it's Is it altitude and time? So those are actually damaging shots technically for Seokhyun Ko. So good win for Seokhyun Ko. I have no idea what you do with him because that Oban Elliott win. Dude, he's probably in like the top 25, top 30 now. And he just made his debut. So we might see like a Seokhyun Ko versus fucking... I don't even know. Him versus Ramiz Brahimaj would be kind of cool. Or him versus like fucking... I don't want to see Phil Rowe fight Seokhyun Ko. I want to see Phil Rowe fight somebody else. I don't know. Him versus Mike Malott? Maybe next. I don't know. But, yeah, Oban Elliott, get back to the drawing board. He was like number 4 on my prospect list, dude. He got fucking ragdolled. We move to Ismail Naurdiev versus Young Park. Dude, I did so shit on the prelim. Like I said, I went 6-6. I went 2-4 on the prelims. Round 1 I gave to Ismail Naurdiev very clearly. He just did way more. Round 2, I honestly thought you could give round 2 based on damage to Ismail Naurdiev. Even outside of the illegal blow, which I'll discuss, it doesn't help that he got 2 points deducted. And round 3 was just Young Park very clearly. It was a traditional Iron Turtle round. Round 1, Ishmael's just outpointing him. Round 2, at the start of the round, like literally a minute in, Jung kind of like lunges at Ismail Naurdiev. Ishmael stuffs it, kind of lands a flying knee on his chest, throws him around, and Jung Park lands in like a Anthony Smith 2-on-1 grip position where one knee's on the ground and he's like this. And Ishmael has the bright idea to just knee him in the fucking face when he's grounded. Honestly, should have stopped the fight. I think you could have given Jung Park a DQ win, if I'm being totally honest with you, because up to that point, Ishmael already poked him twice in the eye, which I thought you could have deducted a point after the second eye poke, if I'm being honest with you. But one of them was like, he had a close fist, it was just like his knuckle went in, so. But Jung Park keeps fighting, and at the end of the round, it's starting to look like a fucking Jung Park fight again. In the last 30 seconds, he gets a takedown, gets the back. In round 3, he gets a takedown very early. Ishmael's tired as shit. I mean, look at the output in round 1 for Ismail Naurdiev. Round 2, it drops to half. Round 3, it drops to a 4. Dude, holy, a 10th of round 1. A 4th of round 2. So, great win for Jung Park. Glad he won, especially after such a blatant foul. Even though I picked Ismail Naurdiev, I was like, dude, are you fucking serious? He acted like he won, too, after. I hate when people do that. Luis Saldana, after illegally kneeing Sean Woodson. That shit pisses me off, too. I'm like, are you fucking serious? But, good win for Jung Park. Probably gets a rank. I don't know if he gets a ranking shot next. I mean, how many wins in a row is that for? Is that 3 now? That's 2, because that was a close fight, though. And then prior to that, he was on a win streak. I mean, shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's 6-1 in his last 7. He definitely deserves something. Give my boy Jung Park a fucking ranking shot, please. How old is Jung Park? Is he 34? He's 34. Give him something, guys. Come on. He don't got that much time left. We move to Daria Zelezniakova versus Melissa Mullins. I've never been more disappointed in a fighter in my fucking life. Melissa Mullins, I tweeted this. I don't tweet a lot, by the way. She may just be the dumbest fighter ever. I mean that wholeheartedly. She's dumb. She's very stupid. Like, she's dumb as shit. I mean, you could tell by the eyes a little bit. You have a rematch with a girl that you already beat with ground and pound, by the way. And you only shoot 6 takedowns, 2 in the first round, 1 in the second, and then very bad attempts in round 3 because now you're tired. She should have just been... She got hurt immediately by Daria Zelezniakova and just forgot how to wrestle, I guess, until the end of the round where she got top mount in like 12 seconds of being on the ground with her. And she goes for an armbar instead of just unloading on her. You know, I'm pretty sure she TKO Claudia Segura? Yeah, she TKO'd Claudia Segura. You know, nah, I'll go for an armbar on Daria, even though you already TKO'd her. You could have done the same thing exactly. Round 2, she's doing well, and then gets hit with a body shot and just, like, shuts down, and then gets a takedown while hurt with a body. Dude, it reminds me of Carl Williams, dude. Shoot a fucking takedown, not when you're hurt. Shoot a takedown when you're fully able to. You fucking idiot. Good one for Daria Lesnikova. Melissa Mullins, go fuck yourself. We move to Arena Alexieva, Claudia Segura. Again, we got a dumbass in the UFC. I don't even care about the stats. Claudia Segura outboxed Arena Alexieva literally every round of this fight. Round 3, I think, she hurt her really bad. I thought, was it round 1 or round 2? Round 2 I thought was kind of close and maybe could go to Arena Alexieva. Round 3 was going the same way until Claudia landed, like, she did a Jared Cannonier, Derek Brunson. She threw a right hand and then responded with a back fist on the same hand. Hurt Arena really bad. And then, of course, she fumbled the finish. Good win for Claudia Segura. Fucking A, man. Just shitters everywhere. We move to Tagir Lembekov versus Azat Maksum. Very close fight. Very close fight. I thought round 1 was clearly Tagir. Round 2 is close, and round 3 is really close. I think round 3 was Azat Maksum. I think he stole the round, especially with the takedowns, the slams that were also damaging. Round 2, I gave to Tagir. I thought he was landing better shots. Like, this fight's close. I just think that Tagir landed some severely better shots. But Azat was in there the entire time. Honestly, very impressive cardio considering how badly he gassed against Charles Johnson. Maybe that's just because Charles Johnson has insane cardio and kind of just didn't slow down against him. But he kind of maybe had the same cardio, but Charles Johnson just kind of superseded both of these guys. But great win for Tagir. That's a tough fought win, man. Azat and Clayton Carpenter back-to-back is kind of crazy for Tagir Lembekov. Who was the guy he fought before that? Yeah, Cody Durden, that doesn't really fucking give you anything. Namanes doesn't really give you anything. Damn, that Tim Elliott fight was so long ago. That's March 5th, 2022. That's a pay-per-view, I know that. Is that 272? Yeah, I'm a nerd. Alright. Great win for Tagir Lembekov, though, by the way. Great win. Azat Maksum. Yeah. I don't know what you do with him. He's, 1-2 now? And his one win was it a split decision with Tyson Nam? He just needs to be a bit more active. Get back in there, dude. Get him against fucking CJ Vergara or some shit, dude. Get him a fight like that where we can see how he does against maybe some bottom feeders. Good one for Tagir Lembekov. Great performance from both, though. We move to the start of the entire card. Hamdi Abdelwahab versus Muhammad Usman. Dude, Muhammad crafted it up. Round 1, Hamdi landed way better shots. Round 2, Muhammad kind of hurt Hamdi at one point in the round with a straight right hand. Just landed a bit more. Round 3, again, kind of the same thing. Muhammad just threw way more and landed better shots. And at the end of the round, he ended up hurting Hamdi. Dude, the Usman family is so fucking back, bro. We're fucking back, dude. We are back. I'm so pissed I didn't pick Kamaru Usman, dude. I'm so mad at myself. Because I was debating to myself. I was like, dude, Kamaru might... But I was just like, am I going to bet that he's as good as he was when he fought Khamzat in 2023? You know what I mean? But anyways, good performance. Muhammad Usman just crafted it up. Tit for tat, did more than Hamdi down the line, down the stretch. Hamdi gassed out like he always does, and Muhammad just kind of... I mean, look at that output in round 3 for Muhammad Usman. That's actually pretty solid for very low-ranked heavyweights. Kind of a feel-out process round 1. Again, kind of Mo was kind of just hesitant to throw, bars, by the way. And then Rashad Evans was like, dude, if you just throw like a bit more, you'll win. And he did. So, good for Muhammad Usman. UFC Baku was kind of shit. Like, it was kind of bad. I did bad on picks. This weekend, UFC 317. Topuria versus Oliveira is this weekend. I have 2 video ideas before I upload my picks and breakdown. I'll try and get those out for you guys on Monday and Tuesday, maybe something like that. I'm going to do a UFC 5 predictions video for you guys. I haven't done one of those, and it seems like forever. I feel like the last one I did was 313. No, it was 314. So I'll get 317 out for you guys, and then I have another video idea that'll be a surprise. Yeah, if you like the video, give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. Leave a comment down below what you guys want to see next. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.